Hi, WMFHA family. Jason and Sloan here, and we are really excited in November to be offering mental health first aid on November 8th and 9th. And Sloan, this is a really big deal. This is the first time we're offering this here at WMFHA, and you're actually one of the few certified trainers of this course. So I'd love to have you share with folks like how that came about and just how that's really been meaningful to you.
Yes, for sure. Well, this actually came out of a survey that was done of our industry a couple of years ago coming out of COVID. The National Apartment Association partnered with Swift Money to survey our industry's take on mental health. How was our mental health and how do we deal or not deal with mental health? And we're not doing good. We weren't doing good coming out of COVID. We're still struggling. Our associates are struggling. Our residents are struggling. So from that survey kind of came a task force was created to address mental health and the way we deal with it as an industry, as employers and as housing providers. And then that led to us partnering with the National Council for Behavioral Health to master train some instructors to then go teach this mental health first aid class.
I love it. It's so important. And if you know our audience is watching this and saying, well, is that really for me? Or I read about it, but I don't really understand it. Can you give us like a little synopsis of what to expect and why this class is really for anybody?
Yeah, for sure. I actually almost passed on it. Like I would not have been certified to train if I hadn't responded to those first couple of reach outs, because it's called mental health first aid training. And what does that mean? My first thought is, well, that's not for me. I'm not a mental health professional. But here's how I like to explain it. If you were riding your bike and you're riding along on the road and you come across somebody else who's been riding their bike and they've had a horrible accident and they're in a pile, their bike is twisted, their foot's on backwards, there's a bone sticking out of their knee, they're bleeding, you wouldn't ride by them and think, I'm not a doctor, I can't help you.
Yeah.
You would stop, you jump off your bike, you would comfort them, you would apply pressure, you would call 911, you'd ask if there's family you should contact, you would do all of those things. You would access the correct professionals, but you would help them in that moment, kind of triage the situation. And that's exactly what this is. We are all encountering people who are either having just a challenging mental health day or maybe in crisis, and we are doing it anyway, but this just gives us some tools to do it well and feel better about it.
Yeah, it's really so important. And I know as someone that has worked on site before, there were many times that I wasn't equipped to deal with some of the things that happened with residents or team members. And so this is such a great way to put some tools in folks' tool belt to handle those situations with confidence, right? Because I think sometimes, like you said, mental health can be scary, but I am glad that it's coming more to light and we're talking about these things openly now. So
yeah, I think that's the important thing. We're talking about it. I think also, you know, we are in the business of housing, but it is a people business, right? So our residents, our people, the people we go home to at night, and this is very beneficial. I've used this and the techniques you will learn here with my own family, and was able to handle it in a way that made me feel like better than had I not had that training.
Fantastic. Well, we hope that you will take a look on our website. We've already sold one class out, Sloan, so we've added another, so there won't be many spots remaining. So it's really important. So please spread the word, get in there, sign up. You will be very happy that you did it. So,
we hope to see you in class.